Welcome. We are on a very important point, so let's come back to this. You say, like, I'm holding on to this false I so tightly that I can't drop it. I just can't. So if you suppose I say that you don't have to, I did it for you. It is job. So the mind will still come with ideas about how it is not job. This is what I mean by the conveyor belt of the mind. It's coming with an offering. It's telling you something about your limitation. The mind telling you that in this moment, you are free from it.
The mind doesn't drop it. The mind still clings on to it.
The mind doesn't have to. The job of the mind is only one. It is to convince you about your limitation. It is to convince you that you are the ego. So don't expect that the mind will change its job. Let the mind do its job. You let it just come and go. Now in this moment, are you limited? Where is the false I?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
For a fraction of a second, it becomes like that, then it comes back.
See, so yes, if it comes back, did the false I also come back?
No, the mind comes back.
Yes, the mind comes back. It is saying, the mind itself is saying the mind comes back. Yes? Mind itself is saying the mind comes back. And that means that you seem to become limited again. That is the story we are trying to tell you. So did anything in reality change just because the mind came back? Okay, let's start again.
Yeah.
This moment, right now, do you have a boundary?
Actually, not getting your voice properly. It's a bit breaking in between.
So I was saying that in this moment, if you don't go to any insolence, if you don't go to any judgment, if you don't make a limitation about anything using a thought, is there something which is limited about you in this very moment?
No. No.
Did we do anything special in this moment? Did I do some magic on you?
No. Nothing.
You just checked.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that every moment is the same. You are truly never limited. But the mind will come with its story of limitation. Now, how do you engage with this mind? Suppose the mind came with this thought, yes, some insight you're getting, but you're still not there. This is a popular thought. So suppose the mind comes and says, you are still not there actually. How do you engage with this thought? There is a tension on it, isn't it? First, there must be a tension on it for you to report that thought came.
Right.
There is a tension on it. And next, isn't there a process of agreement, a process of belief in this thought? Suppose that you have to just let these thoughts come and go without trying to fix it or do anything about it. Then naturally, are you limited or unlimited?
Not limited, unlimited.
Is it possible to pose as if you are limited to pretend as if you are limited, unless you rely on some thought.
No.
And the good news is that you don't even have to drop it in that way. You don't have to push the mind away. You just have to remain open to it. Just let it come and go. My favorite saying is from a Zen master. He said, let all thoughts come and go. Just don't serve them tea. And what is this tea that we could serve to them? The tea that we could serve to them is the power of our belief in them. Consciousness has given to itself the power to believe that it is something limited, that it is something separate. And it uses its power with the mind, with these thoughts. So don't try to change the content of the mind. The mind has only one job, which is to convince you of your limitation, to convince you of your separate identity. So let that mind continue to be as it is. You remain open. You don't serve it tea.
Okay.
I want to hear from you as you go along. I want to hear from you how it is going, what is getting in the way, if anything at all.
Sure,
We'll
sure,
keep
sure.
it with that.
Sure.
Okay. When both of our mics are on, when two people are speaking on Zoom, what happens is one side becomes a little muffled. Parvati says it's a bit muffled sometimes. Yeah, so we'll make that trade off sometimes. Sometimes I want that immediate feedback, so I'd like to keep it on. And sometimes when I feel like more words might be coming from here, I'll ask you to unmute. And if I want to hear what the other side is saying, then I'll mute myself here. Some of you are new today in Satsang. Some of you are new today in Satsang. But most of you have been with me for a long time. And I want to say to you that all that is happening in this game of individuality is that consciousness is picking and choosing a set of sensations in its entirety of experience and saying that this is me and the other is another set of sensations which is outside of me. Now this is just not true. All of this is one happening, one experience, a set of light and sound, set of phenomena within one space of being, one space of existence, one consciousness. The job of the mind is to label certain aspects of this experience as me and other aspects as outside me or not me. But this is not your experience. This is just an inference from the mind. All of this is you. And it's not even the entirety of you. It is just an aspect of you. All of the worldly appearance and phenomena exist because you exist. I am, and I have never experienced any phenomena unless I am. I am as the basis for all experience. So when Guruji says true universality, true inclusiveness, it is not a forced universality, it is not a forced inclusiveness. It is a natural inclusiveness of seeing that everything is me, everything is within me. So the me has been used in a limited way. The I has been used in a limited way. And now this I is finding its universal nature. If you don't rely on any inference right now, and you rely only on your direct insight, what do you find about yourself? Some subtle inferences might be happening for you, where you might be feeling that the sensations of the body seem to define some sort of a boundary of you. But see if you can look beyond this and see that it is the sensations which are happening within you, within your being, which is unlimited. These sensations don't limit anything. They are just designed to feel intimate. And in their intimate design, they allow this easier belief in the idea that I am limited by these. But you are not. You are unlimited consciousness, undefinable being.